Giannis has finally been traded. Giannis has finally left the Milwaukee Bucks. He has just been traded to the Miami Heat. Now, what was the package? The Bucks, uh, they got Tyler Hero, Kasparis Jacklashonis, Khalil Ware, and who's the other guy? Jaime Jaquez Jr., 3 first-round picks, one first round pick swap, and 1 second round pick. So 4 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, and a bunch of young talent to build their team around. Just officially start the rebuild, you know. Now, what about the Miami Heat? What does the Miami Heat get in return? Well, obviously they get Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they also get Bobby Portis Jr. And that's about it, you know. Where's Thanasis? Where's Thanasis? Why was he not in the deal? I don't really know. You know, I'm rocking the Kings jersey to celebrate that Giannis did not go to the Sacramento Kings. I don't really know how Sacramento would be able to get Giannis. I don't really know if they would be able to do that, but you know, either way, I'm celebrating. You know, man, I'm celebrating. It's a good day, you know, like. So Giannis, man, for so long we have heard trade rumors about this guy leaving the Bucks. For so long we've heard trade rumors about this guy going to Miami, to the Boston Celtics, you know. Excuse me. To the Minnesota Timberwolves, to the Los Angeles Lakers, to the New York Knicks, to the Brooklyn Nets. Man, every team was fighting to get this guy, you know. Every team wanted this guy, and now the trade has finally happened. You know, I cannot believe my eyes. After so long, so many times of waiting for that trade, for that Woj bomb, for that Shams bomb, and it never happened. And today, that blockbuster trade has finally occurred. It has finally happened. Giannis is out. Giannis is out of the Milwaukee Bucks. He is now with the Miami Heat. Now, let's talk about Giannis, the legacy of Giannis as a Milwaukee Buck guy. Absolutely amazing. You know, you could say that he's one of the greatest Bucks players of all time. The greatest Bucks player of all time. He's going out of that team while leading that team, that entire team all the time in points, in assists, in rebounds, and in blocks. What the fuck? Holy shit. And Kareem, a lot of those times, was second place. What the fuck? Holy shit, you know. And let's talk about, you know, Giannis brought a championship to like a small market team that was irrelevant for like 50 years, for so long. Everyone was clamoring for a hero in Milwaukee, and he did that. You know, he brought them a ring. He became Finals MVP with that team. He became a 2-time MVP with that team. But it's clear that even after all of those wins, Milwaukee was no longer able to build a contender, a championship contender around Giannis. You know, like Kyle Kuzma, that boy's not gonna get you a championship. Let me tell you that, all right. But yeah, so Giannis to the Miami Heat now. Can the Miami Heat realistically contend for a title with Giannis? Yes, I think so. You know, like people are looking at the current Miami Heat roster, removing the 4 players that are removed and adding Giannis onto the group, and they're saying, okay, yeah, this team is not going to win anything. They don't have a future. They don't have nothing. They're probably going to lose first round, maybe even the play-in. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Look, I'm sorry, but the offseason is not over. Okay, it is not over. Stop being so reactionary with these days, alright? Maybe they win a ring, maybe they won't, but I certainly don't see them being a lottery team or a play-in exit. Maybe a second round or a first round exit at worst, but I see this team contending at least for the playoffs. All right, this is gonna be a playoff contender team. All right, like dude, that starting 5: Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo. That's not a bad team. All right, that is not a bad team. Like I feel like they could beat a lot of teams in the East. I feel like they could match up well with a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference. All right, and you know, like also like the offseason is not over. The offseason is not over. Miami can like sign more players. You know, sign more like let's say mid-level guys, role players. They can sign better role players. They can even like trade some of their current players for a star. Norman Powell's a free agent. Maybe they can just say, fuck it, we're not re-signing Norman Powell, we'll just sign someone else, you know? They could most definitely do that. Like this free agency has a lot of players, alright? They can sign a lot of people. That's what I'm saying, basically. This is what I'm saying, alright? The offseason's not over for these guys, and I can see them making a lot of moves. And, you know, of course, Eric Spoelstra is still the coach. Eric Spoelstra, okay, I'm gonna glaze him a little bit, but he is still one of the greatest coaches in the NBA of all time. Like, the 2023 Miami Heat, that solidifies him. That run basically solidified him as one of the best coaches of all time. People say, oh yeah, Jimmy Butler did a lot of heavy lifting. Yeah, that is true. But Eric Spoelstra was responsible for most of the role players playing so exceptional during that time. That Miami Heat run convinced everyone that Gabe Vincent, who else? Max Strus, Caleb Martin. They convinced the whole world that these guys were stars, you know? And nowadays, they're just alright, you know, they're just alright. But they're not playing as good as they were back when they were the Miami Heat, is what I'm saying, okay? Like, they're gonna find a way, okay? They're gonna find a way to be a better team. And like, this team's always either in the playoffs or in the play-in, okay? With Giannis, I can see them becoming 5th seed, 4th seed, 3 seed, 4. I'm probably not 3 seed. Maybe 3 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, 5 seed, 6 seed. And if you want to say playing, sure, but I see them realistically being in like the 3 to 6. Okay, maybe 3 is a bit too optimistic. Maybe 4 to 6 seed. Maybe they can upset a couple teams here and there, make the Eastern Conference Finals or something, and you know, maybe even make the finals. You know, like dude. A finals appearance would do so much for Giannis, and like the players leave teams all the time, man. Then why are we acting like this is bad? Dude, this is good. This is good. Kevin Garnett left the Timberwolves, you know, for Boston Celtics, where the Boston Celtics got a ring. You know, many players got. Shaq left the Lakers and got a ring with Miami. LeBron left Cleveland and then got a ring with the Lakers. So LeBron left Cleveland and also got a ring with the Miami Heat. So, hey, I mean, like, dude, let's just be optimistic for a little while. Okay, let's just have a little optimism, all right? I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say that this team is gonna be good. Pat Riley's gonna make a couple of moves in the offseason, a couple of good moves in the offseason. Get this team a couple of shooters, and this team might just contend for a title. And that's about it for this video. Giannis to the Bucks. Giannis to the Heat. And Tyler Hero to the Bucks. And the Bucks have a very, very promising future. I can't wait. Alright, that's about it for this video. See you again soon. Bye-bye.